Hi, I decided to make this video to share my experience. I'm gonna take my glasses off. Uh, I decided that I wanted to take the Greyhound. Well, from my area, it's the Flex bus that connects to the Greyhound to New York City. Now, I was trying to save money because the plane was too expensive. I knew time was not going to be in one day. But I was prepared for that journey. What I wasn't prepared for, mentally or spiritually, is the encounter that I experienced from customers on the bus and bus drivers. Now, this particular video is going to be focused on the bus drivers. And the reason why is because I see bus drivers as customer service representatives. They represent Greyhound. And in my journey, I found out that Flexbus is merging with Greyhound. Well, from the time I got to Minneapolis, okay, I had to get off the Flexbus, which was a pleasant ride. Spacious. It was comfortable. And then I got on to my first Greyhound bus. Pause for a minute. I need to get something. Thank you. Now, if you've gotten this far, I guess what I'm about to say interests you. If it don't, still subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Okay. So my first stop from Jefferson Lines, which is Sioux Falls, was in Kansas City bus station. I get to Kansas City bus station. Nothing really caught my attention. I don't remember if the bus driver did housekeeping rules. There are rules, people. When you're riding on Greyhound or any bus as such, there are rules. Use your headphones, your earphones, whatever phones you want to use, as long as nobody else can hear it. That's a matter of respect to other people. And that's another topic in itself, which I am going to discuss. Anywho. So I went on through, got on my next bus from Kansas, St. Louis. Nothing out of the ordinary that really got me all in the antsy until I reached Pittsburgh. Now, Pittsburgh is like the main city, the main Greyhound bus station where everybody gathers, even the bus driver gathers to pick up the customers on the bus and exchange bus transfers, etc., etc. Now, this is my pet peeve with this Pittsburgh Greyhound location. It was filthy. It's a shame that customers have to sit 4 or 5 hours, how many hours they need to wait for their bus in a filthy location. It's ridiculous. The staff there, one gentleman who was very bitter. Apparently, he found out that Flexbus merging with Greyhound, and they don't like that. They done been with Greyhound for so long, and the benefits was different, and you know how mergers go. If you don't, look it up. Google will give you all that information. But anyway, so he was very bitter. And I noticed how he was moving about when it came to the customers. Now, my understanding, that place should have had a staff there. One, to clean the place up, to keep it clean, where people have to stay there and wait till their bus come. That's a shame. It was filthy. Two, the staff needs to have a positive attitude. This man pulled out his whole negative experience as a merger employee. He wasn't happy with that merger, and he showed it. His body language, the way he handled the customers, it was rude. It was rude. They have we used to call them blackboards, but those marker boards you could write stuff on and rub it off with a wet rag or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. They had the different cities, the times, etc., written on there as if the customers can read and know exactly what they're looking at. They need someone there to help the customers, especially the customers that don't speak English very well. And also us who don't comprehend very well. You have to have patience and a willingness of heart to help other people. Okay, I'm moving on because I'm very passionate about this. So I don't know how long this video gonna be, but hey, we going on. So I get to New York. Very busy place. From my understanding, when I came into New York on the bus, I came into the busiest city, busy part of New York. Anyway, I don't remember the city, but baby, I felt like think about a goldfish tank. You got all these beautiful goldfishes swimming around, and then you got these fighter fish with the beautiful colors. You have to put in a separate part of the tank because they would kill. They would kill them goldfishes. Well, that's what I felt like. A goldfish and a fighter fish pond. People was moving so fast. I was like, oh, I thought Florida was a fast pace. Boy, New York City, And I don't understand what they was rushing to. It just didn't make sense. So in order for me to stay with the flow, I had to run on the other side of the sidewalk to get my lift because they would have ran me over and I didn't want to stop their flow. Anyway, that was the experience going. I had a wonderful time at the particular event that I went to. It was great. The hotel wasn't too much. I'm not sure if the communication with the travel agent I dealt with wasn't clear. Information was stated that wasn't true, but be that as it may, if you look at my previous videos, I did mention I would not be doing travel agents anymore. I booked my own travels. Okay, so moving on. We're moving on. So leaving New York, went to New Jersey. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay, this is a different. Yeah, ended up back to that nasty place in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Went to Indianapolis. I think that bathroom was rather pretty. It was nice. Chicago bathroom, but they had staff, full staff. Now Chicago, matter of fact, let me take that back. I didn't even go into Chicago at that time. I was supposed to. But because I wasn't listening, I just heard the man talking. He said my city. If you go into the city, you need to get off in Chicago. But no, that was my fault. I own that one. Well, since I had missed my flight, ending up in St. Louis, I had a wonderful customer service representative, Miss White, help me get back on the bus to head back to Chicago. Now, I got to Chicago at 5:25 in the morning. I couldn't get a bus no sooner than 11:25 p.m. to head back to Chicago to get my right bus. So I'm going to stop there because I want to share something with you. Greyhound bus drivers, the majority that I've seen are Black men. Okay, we had a few Caucasian drivers. I think one female that I can remember. But she was the one that helped me get back on. I didn't have to pay for a transfer to get back to Chicago, so that was a blessing. But let me tell you something. I'm taking off my glasses on this one. I was so disappointed with the bus drivers. Apparently, they've been with Greyhound for so long. I'm sure they have. But their customer service skills are horrible. Only one bus driver out of the whole time I journeyed on this bus through New York City, through the different cities that I contacted with. Only one. And his name is Carl. K-A-R-L. Excellent customer service. He was so willing to help people and understand, the transfers and make sure they get on the right bus, that he kind of ran a little late getting us on the bus. But I was okay with that. You know why? Because he showed he was caring for the customers. And after we got on the bus, his tone, he strictly set the tone of the ride, not only for himself, but for other customers. It was a pleasant ride. He gave the housekeeping rules. And one thing he did say that none of the other drivers that so-called gave the housekeeper rules, let them know that if you don't follow the housekeeping rules, he was going to pull over, call the state trooper, police, and you're going to have to get off, and you're going to, guess what? We're going to travel without you. He made that clear. And baby, that was the best ride. It was the best ride. All those other drivers, they don't care. They don't want to explain anything. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want you to help. Now, they pick and choose. They pick and choose who they did that with. And if you know, you know. You don't just help your own people. You don't just help people you understand. You got to be willing to help others, particularly foreigners. They didn't do anything to you. Why are you giving them a hard time? They don't communicate well in English, so you don't have a patience to even talk to them and help them understand. I thought that was so disrespectful. Disrespectful. I felt that they could have at least had someone at each station or each corner where the buses put you out at to explain to people and make sure they get on the right bus. There was a lot of people missed their transfers. There was a lot of people missed the times. And come to find out, bus drivers does that a lot. Make the people miss their transfers. But let me tell you how they do that. They drive slow. I mean it. See, I didn't have nowhere to be, but I was very observant. Every one of those bus drivers, for the most part, I say maybe I could count maybe, I don't know. I give it a 4. I say 4 of them. They kept the pace, and they was able to keep up where the people can get their transfer. But the majority of them, they was moving so slow, made the people miss their transfer. Excuse me. When you miss your transfer, that means you have to wait for the next bus, which can come up, take about 5, 6, 7, 8. It depends. Hours before they get another one. Now you tell me that ain't right. That's not fair. You're a bus driver. You driving slow. Don't care about the people. No traffic. No rain. You just driving slow. Okay? I had a problem with that. But then when I met Carl, he kind of eased my, I had to give him a hand. I shook his hand. I let him know I was very pleased with the way he was, servicing us. But that's just one out of the darn bunch. That's one out of the bunch. Okay? If you don't like people, get out of the customer service field. You don't need to be there. You there for the money? Really? Put yourself in other people's shoes. Look in the mirror every morning you get up and ask yourself, what can I do better? Okay? Anyway, now there was this one driver. I'm going to call his name. It's David. He failed to do the housekeeping rules, okay? And let me tell you what the housekeeping rules are. No smoking in the bus. Play your phone or music, whatever it is. Use your headphones. If you don't have headphones, only the person next to you will hear your music. Not the bus, the whole bus, or the people across from you. Okay? Well, on David's bus, I forgot what city I picked him up in. Very pleasant gentleman. He didn't do the housekeeping rules. Well, customers as we are, we want to do what we want to do when we want to do it. They don't want nobody else to say anything to us. But what we fail to realize, when you're riding on a Greyhound bus, a Flex bus, or any bus of such, be considerate. Be considerate to others. That's the problem with this world today. We live in this world with unconsiderate people. They want to do what they want to do. They want to move the way they want to move. Even after some of the, I think it was maybe not car, but maybe one or two of them gave the housekeeping rules. Didn't say anything about the state police removing them if they didn't follow them. But as soon as he sat down and started driving, guess what the customers did? Their own thing, playing their own music. Well, if I'm on the bus, I said something every time. I didn't care because now you're disturbing me. Well, it's this one lady. I didn't know she was getting off in Allentown. I didn't find that out after our verbal conversation, our altercation, whatever you want to say. But anywho, on David's bus, we riding. Then all of a sudden, the guy sitting next to me, he had his earpiece in, but I'm hearing music. It was so minute that if you're sitting there, you're going to hear it. If you're up front, you won't hear it. If you fall back, you won't hear it. But in the middle where we were, you can hear it. Well, my black sister, okay, has a little boy with his iPad, okay? So I say, whoever playing their music, please use your headphones. I seen her look back, but I didn't say anything because I didn't know who it was. And I said it again. She looked back. You talking to me? I said, if the shoe fit, wear it. She went to cussing. I didn't go there with her. It's a learning game or whatever. I said, I don't care. Use headphones. I don't want to hear what your son is learning. I'm on this bus. I paid my money. I don't want to hear it. Do anybody else? This is what she's trying to get people on her side. Anybody else? Anybody else? You hear it? Is it bothering you? No. I said, I don't care about who it bothering. It's bothering me. And I don't want to hear it. She said, with your old self. I said, and you old too. You older than me. It doesn't matter. The point is, I don't want to hear your son game. Okay, she upset. So the driver, David, had to pull over. Okay. He knew he was wrong. He apologized for not addressing the housekeeping rules. And then he said to me, ma'am, you the loudest one on the bus. I said, I know it. And I turned around and looked out the window. I was done with it. I was loud for a purpose, for a reason, because you didn't do your job. I don't know if it would have mattered or not, but you didn't do your job, okay? And the young lady who was upset with me, he told her, he said, ma'am, it doesn't matter if anybody else said anything. It still doesn't change the fact that you are disturbing other customers. And that's why we say, and I should have did it, you have to use your headphones. When he bring his daughter with him, he has headphones for his daughter, okay? That's what you do. And I was telling her, she was so upset. I said, if you train the child up in the way they should be, then they'll know how to treat other people when they become adults, unlike you. Oh, she was upset. And then she said something about, I'm going to get up and do something. I said, oh, you threatened me? But she realized I wasn't backing down because you don't scare me. So I sit there, I'm looking out the window in my zone, blah, 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 blah. I'm so keen with my hearing, I heard her ask her son, because the son had done stood up in his seat looking over my way. I see it in my peripheral, what they call it, on the side. Call it a child. Anywho, I'm trying to make this short. But anyway, I heard her say, is she looking? He said, no, she out looking out the window. So I said to myself, do she think I'm going to sit there and stare at her? Really? And I don't know what happened. The spirit decided to lead me to listen to some music. So I put my headphones in. And I'm looking out the window in my zone, listen to my music. Well, so happened she was getting ready to get off. So I ain't even looked that way. I kept, not that I was scared. There was nothing to look at pretty much. I said what I said. I was done with it. And she made a just something like that. I still didn't respond. I stayed my focus. And after that, I had no more altercation. Occasionally, somebody may play their music. I said, please put your headphones in. See, because what the thing about it, even if the bus driver said something to them, they still put them in. But I wasn't going to let that be something they did with me because, baby, I had too far to go. But anyway, that was about the bus drivers. and the customers. And the last bus driver brought the cameras back. This is the bus driver, me coming home in Minneapolis. He put me out at right before, because they don't go but so far. You get to Minneapolis, then you pick up Jefferson Line. Okay. Now, mind you, he definitely had no reason to be late. This brother decided he wants to stop for a 5-minute break and a 10-minute break, which was not on the schedule. That means he delayed us, you see? And God, so good. While we at the stoplight, right after he pulled off, there was a wreck behind him. I think, I may be wrong, he told them the reason he was late because there was an accident. But he lied. He was not part of that accident. He was not. So when we get to Minneapolis, there is an expanded family. He was trying to make sure he gets the right transfer. He wasn't sure. So he trying to talk to this inconsiderate, rude bus driver. Come to find out he had an accent. So I'm going to take it that he was a foreigner too, but he spoke well. So the man trying to communicate with him, he brushing him out. He did that to him when he was trying to get on the bus. So when he did it at Minneapolis, I said, come on, sir. I don't speak Spanish. But I did not want to leave knowing that this family wasn't sure where they were going. I said, come on, sir. We'll go inside and speak to this other bus driver, which is our flex bus driver. I said, don't worry about him. He don't want to, and I'm on the phone, didn't realize I was going to get in a conversation with this bus driver indirectly. I'm on the phone with Flex Bus. That's who I booked with. So I'm on the phone with customer service making a complaint. I was hot. And I'm telling them, see, this bus driver, they know the names of the bus drivers. So I'm fine with that. I'm on the phone. He being rude. I said, ma'am, this man is being rude. This bus driver is being rude to this family for no reason. I said, he late for no reason. There was no traffic. He didn't get in an accident. There was no rain. Why? And I heard him say, I don't care. And I said, ma'am, sir, it was a sir. I say, sir, he said he didn't care. He made notation of that. He gave me information because I am filing a complaint through Flex Bus. Now, mind you, when you do a merger, they like to bring their own people. Now I understand why. Because the people that's been there, that's coming in with the merger, they on another level. They had different benefits, things flow different. Now you coming in merging, messing up everything. That's how they see it. But baby, overall Flex Bus, you on point. Greyhound, you need help. Customer service. Flex Bus, if you don't give it to them, they're going to ruin you. They're going to ruin that merger for you. Because without customers, you have no business. So I'm done with that. I had to calm down because I'm really passionate about it, but I needed to get this out. Whew. So now I feel better. I am going to prepare my comment or my complaint in writing this weekend. So Flex Bus can get it in writing on my experience. But I wanted to upload this video to share with you guys. Don't be no timid person if you're traveling on the Greyhound bus. Don't be timid. You got to be firm and consistent. Because, baby, if you don't care about yourself, guess what? They ain't going to care about you either. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. As you know, toodles. Love you guys.